Hi, good day, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, the head trader at TradeView Markets, moderator and head content creator at TradeGate Hub, or at least I'm one of them, by the way. I'm at least I'm the one that supplies the most material. I have the team in back of me that actually makes it work and looks presentable. So that's not actually accurate. Anyway, it is Monday and it's 12:04, a special TradeGate Hub halftime edition. We'll go from TradeView Markets site, nice site, and we'll go to TradeGate Hub. Let's hold on, TradeGate Hub. Let's log in. Let's go to stocks and indices. That's my room, if you will, but I also, the stocks, the postings in, at least the stocks room also has been posted to the main room to get some traffic flow going, or more traffic flow going. We've been trading very well. So anybody who wants to make the crossover from Forex to equities, we're here for you at any given time. Okay. As usual, the routine, I post the same thing in order every single day. I always leave it an open forum. Trading is a democracy. It always has been and always will be. 8 eyes are better than 4, 16 eyes are better than 8, and so on. So anybody that wants something that really doesn't care for it, or wants something added, or an opinion, a question, etc., please ask. You don't get unless you ask. Okay, good morning. Of course, I want you to listen to what Mike Santoli has to say. I'm not going to play it again, but I do post 2 videos a day, usually about a recap of what went on the previous day, this being Friday. So watch those 2 videos. Every day I post them. As a matter of fact, let's go to them again. There they were yesterday. There they were the day before. Okay. So nobody articulated better than Mike Santoli. He was the head of Barron's. Pardon, now CNBC main contributor. Okay. Tactical sentiment at stock picking. But you know what? If you follow my Twitter feed, and please do, because I don't post a lot. It's like I said before, it's about quality, not quantity of the people I follow. And what I'm saying is that to edify my statement, the underlying indices aren't really telling the story about individual stocks in general. Yes, the crude stocks have been going with crude, and yes, the commodity stocks have been going with their respective instrument, if you will. But stock picking has been prevalent the past 2 weeks, probably the past month. Yeah. So once again, and by the way, let me just go over to my other screen, and that is clear in what I have going with the biggest gainers with large range, biggest losers with the large range. These are both equal, if you will, up and down. Let me go to my channel bar. Let's go to alerts, and then let's go to my top list. Channel bar. Let's go to the top list. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen here. Yeah, we are. Share. Good. Gainers and losers, gappers, big poppers, all above SMAs, relative volume leaders. Number 1, relative. If I had a, pardon, the proverbial gun to my head, and I could only use a couple of queries and have that to make a living off, or either get myself off the proverbial island alive, would be rescued, if you will. It would be relative volume leaders, and then I go to alerts, and I go right here to large range movers. This is what I'm interested in, large range movers. And third, probably the extreme master blaster, BTBT. Note that one. That is the crypto, BTBT. I like it. Every time I say I like something like that in the middle of the day, it actually wound up coming to fruition to a degree. So I'm going to stick with that. BTBT, keep an eye on it. It's a squeezer. Hopefully it could be a Wall Street bet stock. So let me go back to our TradeGate Hub routine. Stock picking. To no surprise, I also post the top option flow from the day before. Piton, Twitter, Ring, NIO, eBay, OR, gold stock, by the way. Watch that one. OR, write it down, please. Fear and greed over time, they're mixed. Okay, just like stock picking, the fear and greed is mixed. On the very short term, And I'll jump ahead. Gold is right in the middle. Oh, actually, gold had to pull back. These are the sentiments. Crude right now, overbought. I'm shorted. Volatility index, probably around here right now. Just keep these in mind. T-bonds, a macro view. I don't trade them. S&P right now, probably in the middle. The NASDAQ was a little frothy, still is to a degree, but it's still stock picking. There is rotation in NASDAQ, so I'm jumping ahead though. And that will just go back to that there's more action or more movement in the underlying stocks than the indices. Fear and greed in the middle. What do we have in terms of movement? Basic materials drives the Dow in the middle. Fins, they're weak today. I have to write that down actually. Fins are weak today. Miners had to pull back. They're actually positive to unchanged. Semis still staying a little hot. Tech getting up there, but rotation. Keep in mind, Utes, a macro view. Retail in the middle. REITs overcooked. They're cooked, the REITs and oil producers. So right now I wanted to write the fins. Biotech, which is LABU. That's what I use to gauge biotech and XBI LABU. Oil producers, the most overbought with REITs. REITs I can't do anything with. They're not sexy enough for me unless something has range and volume. Now, if I want to look at the REIT situation, I go to, because it is in play, I'll go to sectors. Where's the sector? Or I'll just go to my top list of my alerts and I'll see if any REITs are on there. Bottom left, bottom right here. No REITs on there really. So let me go back. I'll go back to my main page. But as I said, if something's going on with REITs, I have to be, it has to be one of the stocks. Actually, it might spill into retail like Macy's, but it's got to be something interesting for you to go there. So basically everything besides the oil producers being overbought and the fins, which had a story today, if you will. Actually, it's weird how every Monday it looks the same. These are all the sectors. Go over them later. Goldman's even neutral, a sentiment indicator. As I said before, gold right around 60. I'm long some nougat. Pardon. Crude is up. Bottom left here was up nicely. Still pulled back. I'm going to short a little bit right here. By the way, just keep in mind, one day does not make a reversal, but it's only. And I won't let the stock get away from me. And it's crude. It's not like I'm shorting RBLX. I will short a little bit on a pop. T-bonds, I said macro view. S&P, NASDAQ. They're still in the middle, if you will. I even give, this is for, I give the stocks trending in Wall Street bets. Crisser, SRNE, Upstart, Bimble, Crisp, Hughes. Friday's top movers. We give it to you. Let's look at the large range movers. And with the relative ORPH, oh my Lord, I missed that one on Friday morning, but that's okay. I don't feel bad. AUTL, UONI, Sava, we're in it, as you know. Upstart, all the good ones. SIG, huge range, we had it. So go over the list if you'd have to. I mean, you have to do your homework. This is part of the plan. Stocks to watch, Snap, XPEV, you get it. Lord Ride, the Ride, Lordstown Motors CEO resigned. If ever relative weakness showed and price action was evident, that was the one. And why? Because if you see this morning, Ride, the CEO quit, says I had enough. 2 million shares as of what, 8:30? Enough said. Crisser, the top one, that's a Wall Street bet, Sens, Riot, NVAC. So right away, I could look at this list and I know right away, like if somebody gave me an x-ray, I knew exactly what was going. I could have guessed this morning by looking at just this page where the futures were going to be probably outside the queue if they didn't tip their hand. I'm not looking at the index. I could tell with the rotation right there. No Crisser, Riot, Mara, and Sens. Any questions? Always give me let me know. 4 hours ago, bottom right, that was a 913, adding to Nougat on the dip. The Nugget. I still love the Nugget. And by the way, here's a little, before the open, I tell you what's moving up and down and why. A little crib note, if you will. Upgrades and downgrades from Wally. Watch it. I'm not going to go over it. Steve Burns, the best technical traders use price action. Price action, Helene Meisler, the coach's friend. Price action always trumps sentiment. Who cares if it's going up? If what you think about it, if it's going higher, it's going higher. A little note this morning from Paul Tudor Jones. Go over it. You have to read the article. May not affect trading on the short term as of 12:14 Eastern, but you never know. Again, what's going on in stock twits? Steve CRISPR dips. Would buy Riot, if any crypto, by the way. So Riot was one that I liked. I wasn't in it because I had other things to deal with. Drive safely, I don't wish. Adding to Nugget, I took half off. By the way, that was his Nugget on the open. Nugget was 71. I took half on 73, so that was a nice 6% move in about 8 minutes for me. I took half off. I'm going to add to it though. Okay, and I think I added some things to the main room, if you will. Oh yeah, Coach has what does his coach say? WTI 2. There we go, Coach. He's right as usual. That's we draw the line, the cocktail napkin line, if you will. We got to keep an eye on crude. Thanks, Coach. And what's this guy doing? Danny T. Thanks, Danny. Bottom line is, the coach this morning commented on GLD. Golding test a major support. And that support was around 1850, give or take. And after the coach told me that, GLD 1850. What a call. Right at the 200 day too. Oh my Lord. They gave you I didn't, you know what? This is what, if it doesn't help, I hope it helps some people. I know it's going to help me and the coach and the crew, at least my team trading with me, but that was a nice trade on the GLD. I didn't really look at the levels. I'll be straight up. I believe I trusted the coach's intuition on this one. I'm after of his backing on it. I wasn't sure that was it. Nice call. All right. Anyway, we're going to add to the nougat. We're going to see how it closes. We'll see how the banks close. Great West. Thank you, Coach. Great coach. Great call. Would buy Riot. Coach's input on the false breakdowns. Okay, let's go to. Thanks, everybody. You too, Coach. Let's go to the screen. The videotape, as Warner Wolf would say. Here's my Twitter feed. Follow it. Nio. Brace yourself. Wish. Huge puts going off. CLNE says on news. There you go. Great. Good stuff. The guys are very active. Clove. That could go again. Where's the Clove? Okay. Now, the Clove. For example, I don't care if like we say in these Nerf footballs are widgets. The stock went from 30 to 14, got cut in half, is averaging 100 million, even if it's skewed, it's having 100 million shares a day. I don't think it's got that today, maybe 20, maybe 4. Okay, so Clove's got 40 million today. Apple has 40 million, and that's the gauge, if you will. But let's look at more active stocks. Citibank, 8 million. Let's look at ExxonMobil, 6 million. So Clove, which we're going to have to add to the screen here, has as much as Exxon and for the Shire traders, if you will, on Citibank put together. So when there's option activity, it's well off the high. I don't think it's going to go back to 28. As a matter of fact, I doubt it. But you know what? When the stock in the afternoon even breaks the open price for those that are half awake, and the open was what? 1482. Nice little buy stop at a 1578. Trailing stop is what it's for. There's a cup and handle right here. Was that 1575? Let's see if we're going to make a midday trade. Actually, it's a midday trade. We're not going to do that. All right, Clove. This is the spot. Right here is important to me. The Clove. All right. So 1740 is important. 1740. That's coming up. One week. Let's extend these bars to get a little thing. over 1624. And then maybe to 1730. But it's, you know what? There are better because the stock is only up 25 cents. But it does have volume coming in. And it is a gauge for, let's see what the other ones are doing. Let's go to the screen. Space. Wish. All right, Wish is the one. AMC is the one, up 10. AMC, listen, I didn't do it. But this was AMC 2 days ago. AMC at the low when GME reported was $41. GME the past week has been weak. AMC has gone the other way. 2 days ago, AMC closed on the high. 2 days ago, or 3 days ago. 3 days ago, get this right, because we're going to make a trade in this. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. This GME had the range, AMC had the range from 42 to 60. Only $10 off the high, as GME is well off the high, below moving average. AMC is above every other moving average. So those are something. Algos also note to buy stocks above all the moving the averages, regardless of what it is. So this is my screen today. The top left here are the coin we're interested in. I wish it had more volume, but I would not be surprised if when no one's looking, if you will, if coin followed through. How's Matt Riot was the one we wanted to buy early, as noted in the room. 31. It opened at 33. I'm gonna have to see. What was the other one? Riot I like. Riot I like. Was BTBT. I don't like BTBT, even though it is up $2 on 4 times volume. Let's go to CLSK. This is a sneaky one. I think it could work. The chart, yeah, this is the one. This is the one that still could go. It doesn't have the volume. They're not on it yet. It's above all. It had the good move 3 days ago. CLSK I like. Now, if I like something, then this is what I do. I look at the volume. Then I look at the news. Then I go to my Twitter feed. Unusual options, 4-hour chart. I get these are people I chart, so I like it. People that I trust on the chart. Sure, looking for that. You know what? I like it. Best performers in the Russell, AHT, FUV. That was 2 days ago. So you know what? I'm going to have to DDD. I'm going to have to see how the CLSK closes, but you know what? That's in the box. That's in the box. All right. DS is a small stock that's going good. New all-time high. The RSI is not overbought, that much overbought. I wouldn't short it. There's the daily new highs. The weekly, I don't know. It may need some rest, but the stock on the cheaper side, that's up 12%, 4 times volume, not bad. Space is naturally going. Wish, Chrysler, these are the Wall Street bet stock. SOS is the one. But it just, SOS, as I said this morning, SOS by now, considering that NCTY is in the same group, it popped nicely. SOS right now should be $6 or $7, even with speculation alone up on short squeeze. That's why I don't like it that much. So, but CAN, on the other hand, you know what? That doesn't do anything for me. It's got to be. I would rather pay up for him. You know what? I'd rather chase him than buy him here. I'd rather pay it up here. I would. So those aren't really good for me. SOS though. CLME continuing the squeeze. Let's put that with the Wall Street bet stocks a little bit up there. Actually, GME will go on top because that's the big daddy. AMC, where are you? Goes second. All right, so these are the stocks today. WE, EH, we've been on all day. all week. Still like it. The H, I'm adding the H. Those financials a week. JP Morgan this afternoon had a big move down. And that's, by the way, that's not Wall Street bets. That's not from 159. For JP Morgan to make that type of move down when the market is, yeah, I have to keep an eye on that FANG. I think I'm short that. No, I covered it. I shorted FANG this morning. I remember, why did we short FANG this morning? And not the FANG Apple and Netflix. It's because these oil producers, with oil being here, crude oil being up here, as well as the most overbought. I mean, they get any higher, I'm going to go. I'm going to be right. I'm going to be wrong before I'm going to be right. But when I see the best of breed go down, which is Chevron, the first to go negative and going lower, I think I'm short COP. I am short COP. Let's short more. Sell 1,000 more COP market. We're in.
Wonderful.
Boom, we'll hit them. Anyway, FANG went negative. Valero, the best of breed for the refiners. We'll keep an eye on them. Lyft. Look at Lyft at $4 for some reason. Am I sharing the screen correctly? Yeah, thank God. Good. All right, Lyft is up $4. It should be going the other way because crude's up and Uber's only up $1.50, $2.60. Well, Uber is up 7%. So we go to the tape. What's up with Lyft? Robocar trouble. All right. Airbnb, is that up? Nope. All right. So Lyft, 50% volume is at 12:30. Not bad. Roku's the one everybody's been chirping to me about all day long. Okay, Roku. There we go. And I understand why. Whatever it is, 60% volume at the high. Had a couple of, why, let's look, why are Roku shares higher today? I know, but this is what I'm going to tell you about part of my, suppose this wasn't a stock I didn't know of. Legislation proposed by Congress that lead to broken up for possible. Oh, all right. This is the that would mean they won't be able to break up the monopolies, bottom line. I get it. That's why Roku is up, because they thought Roku would be split up or they wouldn't like it. So Roku is going to remain independent or be at the sold. I'm not saying it's going to be bought out, but that's news that I disseminate right away. So CLSK, what's that doing? I don't want to miss it. If Bitcoin holds up, then CLSK is going to be okay. And it's a buy and a dip. Okay, let me go to the, let me wrap it up. It's a little late. What do we have here? Large range movers near the high. VNet doesn't have enough volume for me. Netflix at the high. CWH, I was short this last week. CWH. All right, Builder, Dick's Sporting Goods Stores, John Deere. There's rotation. What about RSI? Extreme volume pops up. Viat. If it's worthy of looking at, I'll switch over to my screen. I'm just trying to punch up AUTL. No good. Biggest gains with large range. What's near the high? Square GDRX. Interesting. GDRX, I have an interest in. Why? Let me change over to my screen. Pardon. GDRX is a cool stock, and I don't know how to articulate it any differently. It was a high flyer. It got hit with unfairly. The bottom line is GDRX I'm going to put on my screen, and you have to be on TGH later for me to know why. And that's not a teaser. I just don't have the information to say anything egregious now. Netflix right there, Lyft right there, Wish, Blink, ON Semiconductor. I have an interest. No, I don't. Looking at my screen. BIGC got upgraded. I sold this for the family, for the house account a couple of dollars ago, but it kept going. Can, the strongest crypto if you want. Okay, the weakest. Blue car builder, Cliff. All right, Cliff. Cliff, as an overnighter, if you will, because I came from a firm where they separated everybody, if you will. I'll go to my screen. Did not work. Huge volume 3 days ago. You know, everybody knows it's a minor. It looked like it was going to continue yesterday, which was Friday with the volume, and did a reversal and got everybody. There's a lot of people stuck long in this thing. I'm not saying I'm going to short it, but the cliff run, we'll look at the other ones. Freeport, well, I don't know. What's X doing? X down $1.22. No surprise with Nucor. That should be down as well. All right. So it looks like the steels are turning over. What's Lennar doing? The home builder's still going down. And to no surprise, the fins are. So they're rotating out of the interest rate sensitive stocks. And that's why the TLT is on the radar. All right, let's go back. Got to wrap it up. Okay. Bearish strategies, nothing sexy. Caterpillar, macro thing, macro situation. Caterpillar now thought, you know what? I have to show this because although it's a boomer stock, I get it. I have an obligation to look at Caterpillar. Caterpillar just cratering with volume. All right, you know what? What's Oshkosh doing? Maybe I'll short some Oshkosh. Oshkosh, not sexy enough. Let's look at Toro. It's already made its move. You know what? We're not interested that much. Look at, you know what I see breaking high is coin. We're not, let me get back to it. So you have to be interested to see what Deere is doing. They give the ag stocks, no surprise, are giving it away, or giving it back. So go to. We were long that. That's the watch Tal. I'm going to watch Tal. Tal might be a long later for us, but I don't want to get too much into it. There's the clove. First stock we talked about. And it's still going, the clove. There's the clove. That's the one. That was the first chart we looked at. There it is. Let's see if it goes above that 17. Now, we thought we were late. We started the telecast at what? 1460. Now it's 15. Let's go to the other ones. What's clove doing? Let's go to, what else could be going? BBB. Blackberry, nothing. A Wish. Wish is the one that they take up clove. Root. All right. Root may go. I remember Root had a huge offer at 12. I was long like 20,000 shares of Root. Root may go. Keep an eye on Root. Root could do it because Root goes with Wish. Aslan, Wrapped, CLSK. CLSK's got to go with, see, now Clove, we're going to put it with Wish. Just those two have been going together. CLSK, we're going to go put into the Bitcoin section. But we'll put it right here for now. Wrapped. Cop was shorted. How do we do on the cop? Show more cop. Why not? Now you know what? Well, we have enough. It's lunchtime. Keep an eye on Root. That goes with Wish up there. Go to. That's a squeezer. Billy. Now let's look at the macro view. What's the market doing right now? I see Apple. Everybody's been talking how Apple's looking good. Apple is looking good down there. There's moving average above them all now. Let's look how that holds. It's not sexy. Micron hanging in there. Bottom line, the ES is down 1050, and that's because the interest rate sensitive stocks, your Fins, your General Motors, your home builders, your airlines, interest rate sensitive place. DraftKings, what's Car doing? Well, Nougat came back down on us. Not they had to do it again. The Nougat. Nah, it's not bad at all. All right. Anyway, keep up to with TGH later on this afternoon. I'm going to go through the plan. I'm going to go through our stocks up and down. Also, a good way to find it. I change it myself. AMC, BQ, SI, Fastly, all right here for you. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to say it the last time, finally. Go back to the room, and I'm going to post what I like. And there's Coach. Thanks, Coach. And I'm going to post this to earnings and a list of top 5 and top five long and shorts, and then anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer to. Until then, I'll be back before the close, post a couple of trades and a couple of ideas. Until then, trade well, and thank you. Have a good day.